As we move into Shabbat, Rabbi Nachman has an incredibly important lesson for us. Something that we need to meditate on, something we need to pray about, something we need to draw deep into our hearts and live with in our lives. Rabbi Nachman says that Rishayim are filled with regrets. People who are divorced from the truth. They're acting destructively, they're feeling destructively, they're thinking destructively. They're constantly filled with regrets. But every single time that a regret fills and enters into their mind, they actually strengthen in the very destructive act that they're doing. We have seen some of the most horrifying, some of the most destructive people who ever lived. Adolf Hitler, Yimach Shemo, and all of the rest of the dictators who have existed over the course of human history. That there have been moments in their lives when they're in the midst of doing these horrifying acts to innocent people, that they start to have regrets, Rabbi Nachman says. But as soon as the regret comes in, it actually somehow strengthens their desire to want to do things that are hurting others, hurting themselves. So now Rabbi Nachman says like this: how does this apply to me? How does this apply to my life? Because it's like two men who are fighting. As soon as one begins to win, the other one begins to fight all the harder. As soon as evil detects good, and it's beginning to stir within a person, it fights extra hard. Understand this, Rabbi Nachman says. Why? Because this is a klal, this is a yesod, this is a foundational principle in serving Hashem. The more you want to serve Hashem, the more your Yetzer Hara is going to strive against you. If you realize this, you can fight it with strategy and continually defeat it. With Hashem's help, you will be emerging victorious. Many times in our life, we see that the more that we try to do good, the more that we try to live with truth, the more that we try to connect to this deeper reality and to live with it in a genuine, authentic way, the more trouble strikes. The more that difficulties seem to be surrounding me, permeating me. Why is this happening? I don't understand. I'm trying to do good. I'm trying to make positive steps. I'm trying to make real progress. And yet at the same time, things are seemingly getting harder and harder. And the reason is what Rabbi Nachman's saying right now. And don't be shocked. And don't get overwhelmed. Don't get deflated. Don't get defeated. If you're trying to do good and you see that it's getting harder, that's good. It means you're doing well. It means you're really doing good. Why? Because as the force of negativity sees that the good inside of you is stirring, he wants to fight extra harder. Why? Because he doesn't want to get retired. He doesn't want to go extinct. You know, when a person in a certain field or industry sees that the guy next to him is going to give him some competition, he doesn't go down easily. He doesn't put his hands down and say, I bow to you, you win. No! He fights extra hard. He digs down deep and he tries to overcome you. And especially the one who knows that he has nothing on you. That he knows that if you knew how good you were, you knew how much strength you had, he knew how much you could crush this enemy, then he would have no job in the world at all. So what does he do? He clamps down. He doubles down. And he gives you every tool, every bit, every strategy he has. But what do we do? How do we respond? And here Rabbi Nachman has an unbelievable message. I'm going to show you something. There's a song that Rabbi Nachman wrote. A lot of people don't know about this song. It's called the Song of Delight. Part of this song, Rabbi Nachman says like this: my strong, wise soul. He's speaking to his own soul. He's mechaziking, he's encouraging himself, which, by the way, we should take chizik from this and we should do the same thing. Why have you not taken pity on yourself? Why have you forgotten the craftsman who raised you, who has fed you sweet dainties and clothed you in purple raiments? Now you are trampled by the flock and under the feet of gross worldly desires. You're bare and you're naked. Your festive wine has turned into a cup of tears. Be strong. Renew your strength. Don't be like a great elephant or a camel, that even when pulled along the nose by a mouse, it will not kick free. Only through foolishness, since he doesn't know his own strength. You hear Rabbi Nachman saying? These difficulties, these challenges in our life that we feel are so much greater than us, we will never be able to overcome them. Rabbi Nachman says, you're wrong. Our souls are like elephants that are being carried around by our Yetzer Hara, the force of negativity which was only given to us to bring the best out of us. But he's like a mouse, and he's carrying us around, and we're doing whatever he wants, whenever he wants. Why? Only for one reason, Rabbi Nachman says. Because you don't know you're an elephant, and you don't know he's a mouse. And if you did, you would crush him. But you don't know your own strength. Rabbi Nachman says, my dear brother, my dear sister, know that your soul comes from the Ein Sof, comes from the Endless One. You're called B'nai Yisrael. You're a son or a daughter of Yisrael. What does it mean, Yisrael? When people think Jew, a person might think, oh, it means that they're very educated. That's what it means to be a Jew. Another person says, oh, what a Jew means is that he's really good in business. What does it mean to be Yisrael? What does it mean to be a Jew? Yisrael means we fight with the divine and we win. That's what it means. That the whole world is against us, not just the physical world. All of the entities in spiritual existence, everything is working against you and your soul. And yet you do not give up. And you fight and you claw. And you're determined. And you fall, but you get back up and you start over again. And you continuously push until you overcome, until you win. That's what it means to be Yisrael. It comes from the word sar, which means to fight. Kel, which means God, or it means something divine, something which is deeply spiritual, something which you can't see, and yet it is affecting every fiber of your being. Yisrael means to fight and to win. So then why do we feel all the time like we're losing? Why do we always feel like we're getting tossed around, turned upside down? Because we don't realize that the one who's doing that to us is a mouse. And we don't realize that the soul inside of us is like an elephant. We need to dig down deep and understand who we are. Not our external self, not our physical self, our soul. You have a body. You are not your body. You are your soul. Your soul is a piece of God, mamash. What's stronger than that? Nothing. What do we need to do, Rabbi Nachman says? You, my wise, strong soul, what will you do on the day of reckoning? What will you answer the one who sent you on your mission? Don't look for fleeting pleasures. Your body is frail and lowly. You can't change that. But time roars ahead, and this could be the last day for you. Pierce your heart of stone and shine from there to me with a little glimpse of your face, which is as bright as the sun, which is beautiful as the moon. Don't be still and silent. Raise your sweet voice in song and thanks. Open your mouth and bring forth your pleasant words before HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Raise your eyes and high and remember your ancient love. There's something so deep inside of you, that roaring inside of you. It's not roaring for cake. It's not roaring for cookies. It's not roaring for sexual pleasure. It's not roaring for honor. It's roaring for the Ein Sof, the ancient, unlimited one, the one who created you, the one who sent you on your mission. That's what you want. That's what you crave. Remember that ancient love. Don't forget. And the main way that you're able to overcome all battles, all obstacles, is to know, I'm Yisrael. I am a son of Yaakov, the one who fought with his brother his whole entire life, who according to Kabbalah is his Yetzer Hara. And at the very end of the day, when it looks like he's going to go extinct, he flips him. And Esav says, let me go. Yetzer Hara says, let me go. And you say, I'm not going till you bless me. Fine, that's right. You're not Ekev. You're not the heel. You are Yisrael. You fight with God and you win. Bezrat Hashem, we should take this with us into Shabbat. and to contemplate what it means that I'm a Jew. Yisrael, you are a camel. You are an elephant. Know who your enemy is. He's a mouse. And when you realize that, you're going to take your foot and you're going to crush him. And you know who's going to be happier than anyone? The mouse himself. Because the Yetzer Hara was not sent here for any other reason than to elevate you to your greatest self. So if you see that he is stronger than you, if you feel that your life is overwhelming you, all the more so then you should know that your soul is that strong. If you had no problems in your life, you had no difficulties, you no challenges, so your soul is not strong. But if you see that on every single side you're getting hit, unkind words are being thrown towards you, dishonor is seeing you at every corner, you feel lowly, you feel overwhelmed, you feel confused, imagine to yourself how strong your soul is, because you're going to get through all of this. You're going to overcome all of this. And at the end of the day, the negativity inside of you is going to ask to let go, because you have reached the pinnacle of your spiritual strength, not your physical strength. And you're going to say no, because I know that Hashem made all of this for a reason. There's a reason I've gone through all of this in my life. And it's not just to get rid of it. It's that I should see light from the darkness itself. I should flip the darkness of my life and turn it into light and give it over to everybody around me. So take this into Shabbat. I have troubles, I have struggles, I have difficulties in my life. Good. All the more so that my soul is fire. My soul is strong. My soul is powerful. It's time for me to believe that, to access that, to let myself feel that. To say thank you to Hashem that He believes in me so much, that He gave me such a strong force of negativity that's moving me away from those things. But don't let it end there. Don't let the mouse carry you across. Know who you are. Believe in who you are. Talk about it to Hashem. Say it out loud. I am undefeated. I am a warrior. I was sent down to this world to conquer all evil, all negativity, all forces of darkness. And if they're surrounding me and they are encroaching me on every corner, it means that I'm the strongest freaking soul in the world. Let myself feel that. Let myself feel joy from that, grateful for that. Now beg Hashem to let you experience it, to give you the tools, to give you the weapons, to give you the lessons, to give you the wisdom that you need in your life, to be able to access that deep, strong warrior soul inside of yourself. And with this, Bezrat Hashem, you're going to experience your own personal geula, your own personal transformation in your life, and the world at large will benefit from it. Shabbat Shalom, everybody.